Hey guys, it's Cameron, and in this video, I'm going to be explaining what's actually holding you back and why you can't be landing the ideal tech roles that you're after, the dream ones, and how to actually fix this as well. Now, one of the main things of importance to understand is focusing on technical knowledge and development is not in most cases the bottleneck. Now, bottlenecks are something that's in the way of actually where you want to be, and usually focusing on things like leak code or one-off applying or technical learning and development, usually this is actually not what is actually holding and keeping you back. And the reason for that is because I've had hundreds of conversations with candidates. Of course, I'm at the top of the tech industry, and what I've seen is most candidates will focus on these and they'll do so for like 3 to 6 months, maybe even longer. And then when it comes to applying, they still don't have a clue on what to actually do. So they may have all of this great technical knowledge and skill sets now, but they're not actually getting the interviews to actually showcase that off and answer technical interview questions. So all of that time was essentially gone to waste, and it's just simply wasting time. Now, all of these are the wrong things, and it's only ever the right things to focus on these in about 5% of the cases. And that's when you are obtaining interviews, everything else is going great, you've got a healthy interview rate and offer rate, but the only thing that's currently holding you back would be that you can't answer the technical interview questions when you are in interviews. If that's not the case and you can answer them, then most likely it's not going to be any of these things that is actually going to be helping you. So let me actually break down what will help you. So ideally what you should be focusing on is you should be focusing on the following three topics. Now you should be focusing on marketing, reflecting value, and having a proven system and infrastructure as well. Now, these are three things that I see candidates missing all of the time, and this is actually what I would associate 95% of the rejection emails and ghostings that candidates get to, right? Because these are very important, and almost every candidate misses out upon them. Now, if this is the first time you're seeing this, then that actually only proves the point further. Now, let's actually kind of break these down a little bit further, right? So let's go with marketing first. Well, with marketing, there's very specific things that you need to actually focus on to make sure that you're being perceived and seen in the correct light by companies. Now, the first part is going to be messaging, making sure that what you are saying in written form, so things on like your social presence like LinkedIn, or when you're in interviews, your messaging is on point and you're showcasing everything in the correct manner as well. And having a USP can also help with this. Now, a USP is a unique selling point, something that you can actually use to differentiate yourself against all of the other competition out there. So they can't copy you and you don't look like everybody else, every other candidate. Alongside that, it's also going to be about garnering attention online and how to actually do that correctly, right? Just because you're making posts on, let's say, LinkedIn, doesn't mean you're actually going to get the attention from who you actually need it from the most to actually be hired and land interviews. Alongside that, it's also about having the right perception. If you come across needy or begging or anything like that, they're going to simply move with another candidate because they're going to feel like the value is not there for what you can provide because you're not being professional. So perception is also a very important part, alongside also exposure, right? Being exposed to new ways and new strategies and ways of doing things, right? Because if you continue to stay stuck using the same current strategies, which aren't printing interviews and job offers in tech, then you're only ever going to get that as a result moving into the future as well. So it's also about exposure to new things. Now, that's with marketing. And when it comes to reflecting value, this comes down to having good social presence. So your LinkedIn, what specifically to say, not to say, to post, not to post, and everything in between. Alongside also having some very solid projects on your behalf as well, how to structure your portfolios, and showcasing proof as well. Now, the reason why reflecting value is so important, and I'll mention this in just a moment as well, but overall, companies will not be able to appropriately assess you if they have limited information. Basically meaning that if you aren't showing them what you can provide, aka value, then they're not going to know what you can do for them if they ever were to hire you. So therefore, they'll just go with another candidate who is doing those things. For example, some of my students who are doing all of these things, they're going to be seen a whole lot more by companies than anybody who is just focusing on things like leak code, coding, or technical knowledge and development. Now, that's with reflecting value and marketing. Now, next is proven infrastructure, right? Do you have proven structured systems that have been tried and tested over time by experts such as myself in the field that actually print interviews and job offers like clockwork? If you don't, then maybe that's something that you're also missing. Alongside that, it's also going to be about market analysis tactics. So specifically looking at the market and job analysis trends and identifying what companies are hiring, and if so, how to actually prepare for those interviews as well. Alongside also having outreach and knowing exactly how to do it correctly to actually get open and response rates, and also plenty more there as well. Now, these three things is what most candidates are missing. 95% of candidates are missing these, and this is exactly why all they keep getting is rejection emails and ghostings and not hearing back from recruiters and not landing the ideal dream tech roles that they're after. Now, if you focus on all of these three things, you're going to increase the overall perceived value that you can provide to companies. It will also show your authority and credibility within the space as well. And you won't be seen as just yet another basic candidate who's looking to be hired as well. Now, if you copy everybody else, you will get the same exact results as everybody else. If everybody else has a website with a portfolio and some projects on it, and they're not being hired, and you have a website with portfolios and projects on it, then you also won't be hired. It's the exact same thing. The strategies themselves is what actually gets people hired or collecting rejection emails. Now, if you want some more information about how to actually implement these and the actual proven strategies and detailed specifics behind these as well, what I'll do is I'll pop a link in the top of the description where you can actually book in a complimentary call with me where we can go over your current situation, any sort of bottlenecks that you're currently facing, and how I can help you through coaching to be able to land your ideal dream tech role as well. Now that's everything for this video, so I'll see you in the next video.